who know that the people of Uganda are in villages, who are going to villages, were getting huge problems in the process of travel. We have slept on the way 4 times, and all of you have seen it. You recall when we went to Karamoja, when we left Moroto, we were going to Kabong, and we were passing Kotido, the road was bad. From Kotido to Kabong was bad. From there to Abim, we could not make it in time for Abim, and we all slept on the way on that day. And you also know that you cannot do a campaign where you sleep on the way because we have fixed period of time. Recently, we slept in, when we were in Kitugum, when we went to Acholand, you saw the places we went. You recall when we were living in Noya, to come to Gulu, you saw that was the border between Omoro and upside Amuru. You saw we got stuck in the water, but because we had good cars, we managed to cross. And when we crossed, of course, we got people who were stuck on both sides. We had to ask our boys, the drivers and the girls, to start transporting them for that period we were there. That clear, excuse me, that clearly showed that this country is here in problems. Now recently we were in Agago, Adel, when we left Kitugum, of course from Guru to Lamo, you saw how bad the road was. It delayed us the process, and we could not be able to finish all what we had planned. So we reached Lamo late, we reached Guru late, and we could not go to Muchuni and other places we had put on the program because of the roads. Now this shows clearly that the campaign with a fixed period will need to really be adjusted to take care of this. Now we went from there. Of course, when we reached Guru, Kitugum, we interfered with the police with the help of military. But good enough, our people resisted, and we wanted the police and the military that this campaign is being managed by Electoral Commission, not by police and the military. So if the Electoral Commission believes that they cannot manage it and have given police and the army, they should also tell us so that we make a decision whether we're dealing with the army or we're dealing with the Electoral Commission. Now from there, of course, we went to Padel. From Padel, we could not cross. Even in Padel itself, we got stuck. Of course, when we get stuck, we get other people in trucks, in other means of transport. There are goods on the road. You see people's matoke getting ripe, tomatoes getting ripe, maize getting ripe. It is a really nasty area. So we crossed, we reached Padel, and when we reached Padel, of course, we managed. You know how long we took there. By the time we went to reach Kalongo, time had passed. But of course, we kept on going. Now from Kalongo, we're going to Kapatongo. Now you recall we had to pass a water lake. It was a lake on the road, and we lost, in that process, we lost 5 cars. They could not make it. They were all died there. Now Electoral Commission cannot pay us the cars. Government of Uganda, which is supposed to give us good roads, I'm sure it can't pay us also for that. That clearly shows how people are suffering, are losing property. We lost 5 cars, and you recall we abandoned those cars in Kalongo up to now. We don't know if when they will come here, but that was the issue. Now we left after Kalongo, we reached very late. We got police again interfering, not knowing that our delay was not ours. The delay was for the bad roads. While the candidate Museveni is flying in the air, for us we were on what? On the roads. Now by the time we reached Kalongo, it was late, whereby police should have understood, even the Electoral Commission should understand, and that's why we're calling on the Electoral Commission. Number one, they must find a way, either they extend the number of days for the campaign, or they allow us to campaign, because I have reached an area, I have suffered on the road, not because of myself, but because of the poor road. And you, Electoral Commission, knowing the infrastructure of our country, you decided to have days fixed that we should do the campaign. So that's how, again, we got a problem. And I think what is important, every presidential candidate should be given an electoral commission, electoral staff to come and assess what we're going through, so that they understand what the election is about. It's not an election of just running to reach a district and go away. It's an election to reach somewhere, do a campaign, talk to people, market your manifesto. Unless it's being done deliberately, so that we cannot market out our manifesto. So from Patongo to join back to Padel, so that we wanted to cross to Lira. We couldn't. The whole place was on an island. We decided to go and say that we have to go back to Padel. When we went to Padel, of course, again, you remember, we got stuck. We pushed cars until 2 a.m. The others again, we lost another 3 cars there. You recall we had to abandon 3 cars. So 5 plus 3, those are 8. By the time we reached Padel now to connect to Lira, we got another place. And that's why we slept on the way. Having slept on the way, the day of yesterday, which is for Budaka, could not be started at 10. We had to reach here at 2 p.m. And we're going to do Budaka and do Chibuku. And as you are aware, as we're doing the campaign, you will discover we're already late, we're tired, we have lost cars, people were fatigued because of the infrastructure. So this country needs really to understand that President Museveni has been around for long, but he has neglected the country which has given him resources for 40 years. And 40 years he has not done it. It means what he has not done in 40 years, he cannot do it in what? 5 years. So with him, would be happy also for him to be on the road to see what we're talking about. He's leading a country, he doesn't know the infrastructure. For him, he's flying. If in fact, I would suggest the Electoral Commission to give all candidates choppers so that we have choppers so that we can fly. The country is ours. The chopper President Museveni is using is not his. It's not his father's property. It's not his property. It's a government property. If you have allowed him to use property of government, then all candidates should be given an opportunity. They should be given the choppers so that we all fly. And that's why we're saying this election is not in free times and it's not fair. And that's what we're calling on all Ugandans to really condemn this in strongest term that the country is bleeding. Of course, we went to Budaka. We started very well, but we're having our groups, colleagues from NUP following us. This was the first time. When Masindi, they were there. We are just, for us, we're gentle people. We know what we're not fighting NUP. We're not fighting NRM. We're asking the people of Uganda. We're sending our manifesto. We want them to give us an opportunity to lead this country so that we can do what is missing. But NUP, with the violence, yesterday they attacked us. They have followed us not more than, not less than, not once, not twice, not once, many times. But we have been good people because we know we're not fighting anybody. We're fighting to make sure that the people of Uganda are safe. We are attacked. We are attacked by NUP. That's why I want to call on Honorable Kyagulanyi, the president of NUP. You are not the one who has the monopoly of violence. You are not. And if your boys are good at taking Njaga to attack others, I can assure you we have capacity. We will not need the army, we will not need police to assist us in this. We will deal with you. The earlier you stop this exercise, the better. And I want to warn those who are trying to perpetrate this violence that we are going to deal with you. I'm telling my team, any slight issue where we see violence, we must handle it now squarely. Unless Kyagulanyi and his team refrain from it. And this, I want to tell you without fear or favor, that we have capacity. We have, and for us, we don't take Njaga. We don't take marijuana. We are sober men and women. We shall manage you. So the earlier you stop this, the better. We forgive you for yesterday. You have hurt our people. We have 5 people with broken heads. They are in hospitals, but we forgive you. Try it again, you will live to regret. And I want to tell the police and the EC that any slight provocation by NUP, we are going to reciprocate with maximum force and energy. So the earlier they stop it, the better. So the security organizations try to refrain your people in advance before it becomes dangerous. I want to address one issue about Bujusu Cooperative Union. For you colleagues who are not aware, and the country at large, I came to Bujusu Cooperative Union on 2nd May 2008. But before I came to that, for the last, that was May 2nd May 2008, in a contest which attracted the president of Uganda. And the president of Uganda was flaunting an NRM candidate who is called Mudimi, Honorable Mudimi, you know him, Nyasio. So unfortunately he lost in that election. Why did we come to Bujusu Cooperative Union? Bujusu Cooperative Union had been run down by the NRM. And one of the person who was the architect in this is one old man called Omulugo, who used the BCU to educate his children, to steal money, to run the institution down. Of course, you see him in the petition. An old man is in Mbale running every day to Kampala because he feels he wants to come back to the union and steal it. So they had run the institution down, and they had run it in such a way that they had got even debts, which is over $5 million. We don't know how that money came in. We're still even investigating it, and we're happy IGG raised an issue that they must really know how this money came in to those group of people. They were now, that was just serious, most like a money laundering, and that is by the NRM government. Because none of those who was in opposition, all of them were from what? NRM. Now, the land they talk about, President Museveni talks, I think he has a bad memory, history. The land is talking about the 1 square mile, which is at Doko, was bought at 5 million shillings per acre. But whom did they buy it from? They bought it on 7th April 2008. I came in on 2nd April 2008 when the land had been sold by his team, which was involved in criminality and which were very interested. So when they took that land, we went to court over it, and we won the case. That those people had no authority to sell the land, because even at that time they had been chased out of the union. Why did they chase them? Mismanagement. They had stopped buying coffee in 2003. For 5 years, there was no single coffee which was coming to the union. The union had been given to the Muzungu for 20 years. That factory, our flats, which we have changed in the hotel here at Bus Park, called the Plot 1 Manafa. We have changed it, and we wanted people to go and say what we have done. We have done a 5-star hotel, which is about to be finished, had also been taken by the Muzungu. This same group are the one who sold our Mount Elgon Hotel. You know, the Mount Elgon Hotel was for Bujusi Cooperative Union. This same group sold our estate, Samaga Estate, partly, and the Namakwekwe Estate. This same group sold our prime plots in the center of town. One of them was sold to the NRM chairman of Siroko at only 40 million shillings. How can you sell land in center of town more than an acre at 40 million? So we are telling you that Museveni has a group of crooks, and I think he's lacking information. He should have said, I came to Bujusi Cooperative Union because his NRM henchmen had run it down. So when we came in, our job was to make sure we bring back our union. We started from day one to organize farmers, and from there we have run the institution up, and at that time we had a debt of 1.78 billion. 1.7 billion by the former NRM guys. We paid our debt. That debt, we took it as a union. From there, the union started moving. On 18th December 2010, because he was fearing the next election of 2011, he came with the army and grabbed the union again for 5 years. 5 years. He came and took our coffee. He came and took our houses with his henchmen again. We lost over 40 billion again because we had come, the farmers had got their coffee. So that's why we told him. We came and went to court. We fought. There's a court case, I think petition number 46, if I recall, of 2012. We won. It took 10 years. We won in 2021. And how did we win? They said government had no authority to go to a private company and take it over. And now what we are trying to do is we are now going back. We are saying, no, we have won the case. We need compensation on what you stole. So that's how to tell you that anything under Museveni's government is only stealing and nothing. So whatever is raising to the people of Uganda, all these are facts, and we're going to give you the agreements. We will sign the agreement. The sale of the land, which he bought, he claims he bought, it was not his, he used his government's machinery. He bought it through all the board. I want to put it to him. Let him show me the signature, because I'm the chairman. That Nandala is the one who signed the agreement to sell him. I wasn't there when he took the land. And he cheated us. 5 million in town, an acre, that is cheating. When an acre should go for 100 million shillings. So that's how it is. Now, if he's a man instead of running to take in Teso. Let him come and explain it here in Mbale. And let him call me and I'll be there. I will explain to the people of Uganda. Let him come with his document, I will come with mine. In the meantime, I am organizing myself to send you the documents to see for yourself what type of government Museveni has run. He ran out all the entities, he had come to finish us. So I want to thank the people of Gisu for standing up to make me their chairman. That's why you're standing with your heads high. Now his anger now is saying we're now putting money in our pockets, maybe once again to bring his Mbale. But we will fight until the end. The Gisu belongs to us, this belongs to us, it's not a government property. And I want to tell you, this one, over my dead body, we shall all but this raise against anybody who comes for it. I want to thank you for listening to me.
Okay, the president will file questions.
Oh, this is...
You can
now you see...
raise it, so for the media to see.
No, the media see. Nandala sold land. Are you getting me? I am going to show evidence. It is the NRM who sold the what? The land. And I want him to show me my signature because our bylaw says the chairman will be the one to sign all those contracts. The chairman who signed, if it is my signature, I am here. I am ready to pay if I am the one who sold. There's whatever it is, these people sold. And the people who are the most terrible thief is one man called Wamulugo who is running up here. A man is a thief. He came from his village with the slippers, one red, one blue. Now, now he's claiming he's what is a big man, but if you ask him where he got the money, he will tell you the he's a criminal. He has run up and down. We have won him everywhere he has gone. And we are determined to win anybody. Even if they went to ICC, we shall beat them.
Okay, the president will take brief questions so that we leave for the field.
There are no questions. I'm very clear. But I have finished. Don't translate.
Okay, we'll leave for the field.
We'll leave for the Uganda.
Well, if you're not going to speak Uganda, let me ask one question. You've talked about the hardships you're going through and vis-a-vis how President Yoweri Museveni is doing his campaign rallies, flying from here to there, literally with no hardships. People are going there, we find them there. So how are you going to ensure that you reach the people you would like to address, so that we have a win-win situation by the opposition candidates who are using the road and the incumbent? How do we have a win-win situation in this situation?
By the way, if you are not aware, I've just left my home. It's going to be in my district, Sironko at Badadri. They are using trucks to carry people as if they are animals on Matoke. Now instead of going so, that's where it is. That's how bad it is. Our people even recently in where in Serere, they died, they always died. And I don't know who is going to compensate them. So for him, he has a state machinery. Even he can hire transport trucks. Why not hire buses? Why not give them transport to go there and go there? For us, we are determined to go to villages, and that's where we are. And we are only asking the Electoral Commission, there are two things. Number one, to extend the number of days. Now, are you getting it? So that we can do the campaign fairly. Number two, is to deal with the issue of when we come to a rally. I have traveled a long journey, suffered on the road. People are still waiting. Why should you stop me? In this time of guidelines, you must put in consideration what happened. I have not delayed myself. I have delayed because of the infrastructure. So Electoral Commission should not be sitting in the Kampala offices to direct that they know what they are doing. They should be here. That's why we say we're only 8 presidential candidates. They can leave that and say we are 7. Let them give us an electoral official, maybe one of the commissioners, to be on the team, and we see with him how we move, so that he can see what is. And that's why we shall say we are going to the fight. And the law allows, where conditions are not, you are not the one who is the one who caused them to be like that. The court, all the rules will allow you to win. I am not the one who has made the road to get cut with water. I have delayed by going over the road, and the person who made me to be cut is the government of Uganda. So they want to answer. So I've reached. The police, you have nothing to stop me. I have come with the road, I've got stuck on the road late. You will not stop me, because I'm not the one who caused myself to stop there. It wasn't intentional, because I had capacity to sleep in a bed anywhere, in a hotel or at my home. So those are the things we are saying we are going to defy. And the Electoral Commission, the earlier it comes us to address this matter, the better for us. But we are going to do the campaign up to the end, whether at what or whatever the time we are going to do it. Njagala kubagamba tutugenda kola campaign paka tumaleko. Naye twagala Electoral Commission eveeyo tuyambe emanye nti embeera gye tuli kutambuliramu mbi. Ate kuba embi, njagala kusaba Abannayuganda bagambe nabo bayogere. Electoral Commission etongere ennaku, obanga tekongere ennaku, ekkirize wentuuka nkole campaign. Twagala poliisi ereete omutawaana mu election muno oba bamagye. Election eno si ya poliisi oba yamagye. Election eno managed by Electoral Commission. Bwe banaleeta ebyo tugenda kufuna ekizibu nabo, kubanga bajja tulaga amateeka agalaga eti poliisi enanyine Electoral Commission. Mwami Museveni yabadde Muteso agamba anatunda ettaka lya BCU. Ze situndangako ettaka lya BCU. Museveni n'abantu bwe batunda ki ettaka ky'oba olaba yaligula ne miliyoni 5 buli eka mu town Mbale. Ani yagitunda? Ze nayingira mu BCU nga 2 May gwokutaano 2008. Ettaka balitundanga 7 gwokuna 2008. Bali bakimanyi nzija kyoba olaba balitunda ne speed. Ate balitunda ne kooti yasala negamba tebali bakirizibwa okukola ki n'okutunda ettaka. Esigiri kyeliko yaliko kyamaani ya mwami Ochaya omulugo nomubbi atambula mu Mbale yava mu kyalo ne silipa bbiri black ne blue ne red yajja mwelere naye atudde naye amalawo kati nze saaliko awo ekiseera ekyo. Kale byayogera tabimanyi ndowooza njagala kubulira Abannayuganda. Nze bwe najja nasanga nga abantu bano batunda n'ebintu byaffe. Mount Elgon Hotel bagitunda, estate yaffe Busamaga bagitunda, estate yaffe Namakweke bagitunda, amataka gaffe mu town bagatunda mangi. Ne NRM chairman Wesronko yagula ettaka miliyoni 4 ate eke namba mu center ya town. Bw'obuzaawo nga ku bus park gwe yagula okulaga nti ba NRM bantu bakyamu. Kale nze eri wano njagala Mwami Museveni alaga obujulizi nze yasala natunda ki ettaka. Ate netweru twagala kwebaza igigi n'etumuwe investigation zigende nga tubuuza sente zajja zitya miliyoni nga 5 za dola zajja zitya. Nabo bagambye omuluga ne group ye batulage miliyoni bagamba zava ebwere miliyoni 5 NRM zajja zitya. Omuluga bagambye yatunda ne hotel sente nabadduka nazo. Naye ekyo tugenda kubakolako. Naye omuntu abatuse ku protection ye Museveni singa yatulekera ababbe bano singa kati netwaba maladda tuwana mu campaign eno. Njagala Mwami Museveni abuulire Abannayuganda byagenda okukola. Njagala ngambe nti talina byalina okukola byandikoze emyaka 4 byakola myaka 4 bimala emyaka 5 talina kyayongerako. Okujjako okukola Abannayuganda okubeera abawavu buli kaseera. President Mulamba n'okuba posters n'okuba billboards n'okola t-shirts ate obadde emyaka meka 4 mu covid yeyeka yali ku TV ne radio. Abannayuganda bonna bamumanyi. Kati mu kifo ky'okukwata sente zino awo mama baffe ababonabona n'okutunda ennyanya ku luguudo abantu abakola mu business obutono tuli eno enamba gyatesemu singa bawadde zajja mu gavumenti ya Uganda kyandiyambye ensi yaffe. Mpeereza bano Abaganda bange Banupu Kyagulanyi ne ttiimu ye nkuwawoni gwese yekatamanyi okulwana tokozesa enjagayo otuwanise jo batulwanisiza obudaka emululu mingi mutugoberedde ero olusembayo kankuwe warning bw'onaakikolako bano benjaga abanya n'omwenge guno musiru tugenda kubakolako. Ffe tetuli batamiivu tuze mu campaign muno tumanyi kye tunoonya. Mwami Kyagulanyi gamba ku bantu bo bwe banaakiddako ojja kulaba. Naffe si gwe yeka amanyi okulwana. Naffe okulwana tukoze ki tukumanye bw'obanga tomanyi am black belt mu taekwondo. Ekyo nnina okubuulira bukyali. Njagala okubuulira Abannayuganda campaign eno bwe tuli tetulina tetuza okulwana n'omuntu yonna. Ffe tuli kunoonya akalulu kaffe tutunda manifesto tulabe ti Bannayuganda bakuwa obukulembeze tutwale Uganda yaffe mu maaso. Balikuwa abantu baffe 5 bali mu ddwaliro ndowooza naawe okirabe bali admitted. Mbeera ki obuuza musawo singa babadde balungi singa bavuddeyo.